Yep. I'm live now. I was waiting. Actually, I'm sorry. You're probably sitting there thinking, JD, have you had a stroke? No, I was just sitting here waiting for the many staff that I have. I mean, the Institute of WOW, of course, is a conglomerate, and I think the last count we've got something like 950 staff, something like that. And so I was waiting for one of those monkeys to tell me that this thing was live. I keep on saying, let me say this to you, I keep on saying to the people who work for me, you know, if I get hit by a bus, the difference between them and me, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, then this whole thing collapses. If they get hit by a bus tomorrow, I just hire another monkey. And you can imagine the response I get from the people who work with me. It's, what would it be, a death stare, and they come running at me with knives, star knives actually. Can you remember the Phantom Agents and the Samurai movies and TV shows? I'm old enough to remember that, and I used to love those ninjas that would jump backwards up into a tree and they had star knives. Did I just get off the subject and have a short attention span like a millennial? Yes, I did. Okay, my name is John Dwyer, and people call me JD and lots of other things, including Dickhead. And I'm here to present my rant, my Wednesday lunchtime show. And you've been invited to have lunch with me, so thank you very much for doing that. And can you do me a favour? I'd like to know where you are from. Can you just type below whether you're from Sydney or Melbourne or Texas? In fact, we're going to be critiquing someone's website in Texas. In fact, I'm just having a look at it now. It is Northeast Texas Roofing or something. So therefore, if you're watching from Texas, you're going to get a real treat because I'm going to critique your website for you, okay? And that's what the theme of this is. Today's theme, I hope we have it typed above what the theme is. Do we? I'm just asking one of my people if we've got that typed above the Facebook page, because that's really important. And also the link that I'll be sending you to is really important to put that up there as well. Okay, first of all, before I start on ranting about websites and so forth, I've got to ask you, are you doing this? Are you doing Facebook Live? Look like I don't care then, don't I? Like that? Are you doing Facebook Live? Because if you are not doing Facebook Live, you are leaving a bucket load of money on this table, on your table. This Facebook Live thing is insane. It is, I've never seen anything like it. I've never come across anything like it in all of my advertising career, 1,000 years. I have not seen anything as potent as this, as a money-making machine. And to give you an idea of the sort of money that we've made out of it, in the last 2 months since I really got serious about Facebook Live, I started doing these sorts of things maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day. In 8 weeks, we've taken $204,000 worth of sales that are directly attributable to Facebook Live. That was up until last night's rant at Westfield. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. $204,000 in 8 weeks, no cost. I haven't spent any money on anything. It's free. When you get your phone, you press a button and on you come, and it's free. Now, I would not have made that sort of money had I not provided 3 things in my Facebook Lives. And if you've got a notepad in front of you and you've got one of these, take this down. The 3 things are, number 1, you need to provide good content. And you will get good content, I guarantee you. It's coming. Stick with me, you'll get good content. Number 2, you need to build rapport, okay, with whoever the viewers are. So that means engagement. And that's why I would ask you, please, if you can type the city that you come from below, then we're going to put you into $1 million draw, okay? So if you type below the city or the town that you come to, you're going to be in $1 million draw. That's a lie, okay? I just want you to type the city or the town below, all right? Why am I being silly and getting you to do that? I want engagement, because guess what? When Facebook sees that you are engaged, you're engaging people, that you are delivering good material, good content, they will reward me and you, if you're doing the same thing, with spreading your Facebook Live video around the world, and for free. You see, Facebook doesn't want you to stop and go and watch TV. I don't want you to do that at the moment either, because I'm going to teach you how to build your website and how to design your website in just a moment. But they don't want anyone to be watching TV, listening to the radio, buying magazines. They don't want you to do anything but hang around Facebook on that platform as much as you possibly can throughout the day. So if they see someone that who is engaging people because they're getting lots of likes and lots of emojis and lots of comments and things like that, then guess what? They will reward that person, because they go, hey, we've got Johnny Carson, we've got Oprah, we've got Bert Newton. We're going to do the right thing by them, because they will help keep people on Facebook's platform. The third thing that you need to do is pitch. So that's number 1, content. like dough. Number 2, create engagement, ask people to make comments or to give you likes or shares. And then number 3, to provide pitches. In other words, sell shit. Okay, it's no use doing it. Why am I doing this? I'm not doing this because I love you. Okay, I might like you if you end up joining one of our coaching programs, but I'm not doing it because I'm Mother Teresa's cousin. I'm doing this because it's a money-making machine. This Facebook Live thing is a money-making machine. There's no way in the wide world that I could think of anything else that's free that could bring in $204,000 in 8 weeks in sales. I can't think of anything that's free. Referrals, maybe every now and again you might get a referral, but that would add up to that sort of money, but I doubt it. Guess what happened? Last night I'm at a Westfield shopping centre, and it happens to be on the Gold Coast, and I could see that this shopping centre was being badly marketed. It has only been open probably 3 months, 4 months, and it's really, really badly marketed because the restaurant precinct that I was in was empty, and all the restaurants were empty. And in fact, a restaurant, which was an Italian one that I predicted about 2 months ago would go broke, guess what? It's got the sticky tape all over the wall saying closed. And so I did a little rant. I held my camera or phone camera, what do you want to call it, up, and I walked through this restaurant precinct, and I was critical of the marketing of this shopping centre. And I said that they really should pull their socks up because it was very bad. And I demonstrated how bad it was by showing empty restaurant after empty restaurant after empty restaurant. In fact, I went into one of those time zone, pinball machine places and what have you, and that was completely empty. We're talking that there was more staff than customers. Anyway, it was a bit cheeky. And this morning, guess what? After that little 10-minute rant last night on Facebook Live, $54,000 in sales this morning. Someone watched it. They said, listen, we love this sort of marketing. We went onto your website overnight. We checked out your credentials, this, that, and the other. And guess what? They've joined my private coaching program this morning. Private coaching program. My private coaching program is $3,500 a month, and we take over all your marketing. And if that's something that's of interest to you, by the way, here I am flogging myself again, but if that's something that interests you, you've got a business where sales are flatlined, both online and offline, and you want direct response, sort of horsepower in your marketing, then type private coaching, please, JD, below, and we'll get in contact with you and give you the details of that. But, you need to be an established business because it is $3,500 a month, worth $33,500 a month, by the way, in my opinion, but it's $3,500 a month. Anyway, we got one of those this morning from last night's rant after he had checked me out online, and then we had some other sales this morning, which were smaller program sales, not private coaching, but it added up to, a handy sum. Okay, so therefore the point, what was it? The private coaching was $3,500 a month, so that's 42, and it must have been another 12 from there. Yeah. So Facebook Live, just do it, but only do it if you're going to be engaging. If you are not interesting, in other words, you sit there and just go, hello, my name is Esme. I don't think you're going to make a lot of money out of Facebook Live, but if you are engaging, like me. If my wife was here, she would just say, get off, you're making me sick. But if you have good content, if you are able to engage people and you know how to pitch, and it's for you. By the way, unlike a webinar, a lot of people say to me, what's the difference between Facebook Live, the money machine, Facebook Live, and a webinar? And I'll tell you the difference. A webinar, of course, you have people, book in ahead of time, and then you annoy the crap out of them for 48 hours to tell them it's coming up. That's one version. Another version of a webinar, of course, is an evergreen one where you pre-record it and people can watch it live. But nonetheless, I guess the common thing with webinars are that you would do maybe half an hour, and then a 10-minute sell at the end of it. That doesn't apply to Facebook Live. Have you noticed I've already pitched myself probably 3 or 4 times already, and we're at the beginning of this. So therefore, Facebook Live's got a different audience. It's transient. That comes in, it goes out, it comes in, it goes out. The kettle boils and they have to go and, make their cup of tea, or one of the kids screams, so there's distraction. So you want to make sure, understanding that the audience for a Facebook Live is transient. They're coming in and out all the time. You better make sure you make a pitch all the time. And my pitch right now is that link above me. Well, if it is not there, then I have to say goodbye to one of my 952 staff, by the way. But just in case it's not there at the moment, let me have a look. I can't see anything. Write this down. I sound like a school principal. No, write this down, or Dwyer, stand outside the room. That's what I got told. wowmanifesto.com, okay? And the wowmanifesto.com will have something like that there. When I write a book, I'm sorry, Mr. Wow, it's an Institute of Wow, I can't write an ordinary book. It's got to be something like this. So you'll see there. Facebook Live, of course, I'm thinking that you might be looking at this backwards. Can I ask Rob, would everyone be looking at this backwards? It's not. Because of the way we're doing it, which is not straight off my camera, but rather off a proper camera studio setup, as you can see, then unlike Facebook Live normally, you'd be looking at this back. You're not looking at it backwards. It's called the WOW Manifesto Client Attraction Program. And if I can just open a few pages here, it is, it is the Bible of direct response marketing, and you've got to join the DOTS system here of how to put together a direct response marketing plan. And I was speaking at a weekend seminar, seminar, a whole bunch of business owners in front of me, and the first thing I asked them was, who thinks sales or marketing skills is the most important thing for any business? Because if you don't have any sales, you've got no business. And everyone put their hand up. And I said, okay, well, who here has an accountant? Everyone put their hand up. Who's got a solicitor? Everyone put their hand up. And if you're watching in America, solicitor being a lawyer. And then I said, well, 30 seconds ago, you told me that sales and marketing skills was the most important thing in business, because if you don't sell anything, you certainly don't need an accountant or a solicitor. Who's got a marketing plan? No one put their hand up. Who's got anyone advising them on marketing at all? And 2 people put their hand up. So you see, that's the tragedy of businesses, and it's the reason why the statistics in America, England and Australia are that 1 out of every 2 businesses that launches this year will be gone in 3 years' time. And it's not because they're not a good dentist or doctor or electrician or architect or landscaper. It's because they know nothing about marketing. So ask yourself, if you're in business, do you know marketing? And if you know marketing, do you know direct response marketing? Because if you're not McDonald's or Coca-Cola, Kellogg's or Toyota, there's a pretty good chance that you're not going to be able to get your name out there and sponsor the Olympics. There's a pretty good chance that you want to put a Facebook campaign together today or Instagram campaign today, and you want results tomorrow, and good results. So if you want that, then you ought to write this down, because I don't know whether that link is above me. wowmanifesto.com. Just easy to write, wowmanifesto.com, and you will get the opportunity to watch a 14-minute video that talks all about this incredible, he says boastfully, this incredible direct response client attraction system. Now, you'll see that in this particular 14-minute video, I show you how to attract leads in big numbers. I call it avalanche lead generation. And warm leads. You don't want cold leads, you want warm leads. And let me put this book down. By the way, this is a pretty heavy book, as you can see. It's gold tipped at the top and all this sort of stuff. And the program that comes within this book, you can get on a digital basis, and you'll find out how you do that with video tutorials and all sorts of things. And you'll be able to find out how. I'm sorry, I just have to ask my 1,400 staff if they could be quiet. I couldn't hear myself talk then. So therefore, it's thrown me out. So where was I? Welcome to JD's. Okay, I'm being silly. So the point is that if you do want to know how to put the marketing program together, then just go to that link if it's above. Is the link above, by the way? I'm just asking. Anyway, someone's typing it in now. Okay. Okay, wowmanifesto.com. Righto, now what I'm going to do is show you how to fix your director of first impressions. Can you imagine if you had a really ugly, obnoxious receptionist in your business, okay, a he or a she? Would that be a good director of first impressions for your business? No. Can you imagine if they were sitting there like the Gestapo and someone came into your office and they, yeah, what do you want? And on top of that, they, basically were dirty, they had not, sort of looked after themselves, their tie was crooked or whatever. I don't think any business would want a director of first impressions like that. Well, guess what? He or she at your reception desk is no longer your director of first impressions. I'm going to ask you right now, who do you think your director of first impressions is? You got it, your website. That's the first place we all go to when we're interested in doing business with someone, your website. So you've got to fix your ugly, decrepit, awful, disgusting website. And the reason I'm being so full on about that rant is because my view is that 80% plus of websites for small to medium-sized businesses are shithouse. They're awful. And they wonder why they're not getting sales. It's because people come to their website through AdWords advertising, or it might be, Facebook or Instagram, whatever it might be. The thing is, they come to your website and they're bouncing. When I was in front of a whole bunch of people the other day who own businesses, I said, who knows their bounce rate? And you could hear crickets in the background. Pretty much 90% of the business owners in the room did not know their bounce rate. And for your purpose, if you're not familiar with the term, bounce rate is the percentage of people who come to the homepage of your website and bounce. They don't go to any of those other pages which you've spent so much time putting together. You've got the About Us page, and you've got your products pages, you've got your services pages, you've got perhaps a gallery, you've got FAQ, you've got a testimonial page. You've gone to all that trouble to put all those sub-pages together for your website. Guess what? If you've got a 60, 70, 80% bounce rate, that was all a waste of time. And the average bounce rate of the people that come into my environment and want serious, marketing coaching, the average bounce rate is about 70 to 80%. That means that 7 or 8 out of 10 people who are coming into the delicatessen in the old days would open the ding-ling-a-ling, the door, and then they would actually leave. They wouldn't even come in. So the thing is that in the new world, of course, your little delicatessen or whatever business you are is your website. And if you've got a 75, 80% bounce rate on your website, that means is that you're in deep trouble. So if you haven't checked your bounce rate, get your IT, or if you're my vintage and you're not familiar with the online world, then get your children to let you know what your bounce rate is through Google Analytics. And if it's a high bounce rate, and you can live with a 20, 30, even into the 30% bounce rate, because people are shopping online, they bounce around. But if your bounce rate is something like 60, 70, 80%, then you're in real trouble. You need a new website, or at least a new homepage. So what I thought I would do, and by the way, if you would like me to critique your website whilst we're doing this live Facebook stream, then type your URL below, okay? So type your URL below, but please make sure you put www there, okay? Because that means I can easily click that and go straight to it. Just don't put in, Fred's Cleaning Service. Put www.Fred's Cleaning Service, because I don't have to type it in. I can just click it. I'm so important, I can't type, all right? I can, but not whilst I'm doing this. I'm a man. I can do one thing at the one time. Okay, so what we're going to do is showcase a few websites from people who have done that previously, okay? You know what? I just realised, it was only the other day, someone destroyed my life. They told me that I say okay all the time. Can you imagine what that's done now to my life? Every time I'm about to say okay, I stop. Okay, I just said okay. So if you would like me to critique your website, then just type in the www. Whatever your URL is. Or if you have any questions, if you've got questions about marketing, online or offline, and most of the time they're online these days, and we have spent a fortune, or I have spent a fortune in the last 5 years making sure that I'm up there with the world's best when it comes to the online marketing world. I have spent a lot of time in America going to underground internet conferences and all this sort of stuff, and I'm not much interested in the back-end algorithms and pixels and things like that, and nor should you be. What I'm interested in and what you should be interested in is how to use Facebook, how to use Instagram, how to use LinkedIn to get warm leads, not just clicks, which you'll be paying for and they might be cold leads, that's of no value, but how to get warm leads through social media. And one of the big things, of course, that we have to all acknowledge, no matter how savvy you are in terms of social media marketing, is that that's the way of the world. That's it. Just have a look at the statistics of how many hours everyone spends on Facebook every week. Now, it's like no other time in history, no other time in history. And so you want to make sure that your website is responsive designed, which means, of course, that it's pretty good for mobiles and tablets as well as desktops. But you know what? Can you think of any other time in history that you could actually have your TV ad, which is what I'm doing now, or your program, going out to how many ever people free of charge? Can you imagine can you imagine Channel 9, if in the old days, Channel 9 or Channel 7 or NBC or ABC had the opportunity of everyone back in the 70s, 80s and 90s having a TV in their pocket, and when your particular show came up, ping, they picked it up, looked at it, and then you ranted to them. And then you could tell how long they watched your particular program, in this instance Facebook Live, and if you've watched more than 10 or 20% of it but got distracted, then they know that you're half interested. So then they could actually chase you down through retargeting and put you in front of those people again and again and again. So that's what we do. That's available for you right now. If you're not using this Facebook Live thing, then you are nuts. Because what we do is that we actually look at the analytics at the end of the Facebook Live broadcast. A day or two later, we obviously, you get more views after the live show than you do obviously during the live show, because it gets spread far and wide. And we look at it, and if we segment people that have watched more than, let's say, 20% of it as being somewhat interested in what I've got, then we retarget them. And then we look at all the Facebook Lives that I've been doing over the past week, and we look at the ones that got the most views. So something that might have got 1,000 views is obviously more popular than another video or another Facebook Live that might have got 100. And what we do then is that we actually put money behind them and we boost them and throw them back out again. Or we turn them into a pay-per-click advertising campaign on Facebook. You see, this is just insane. If you have maths and science, with art and English, which is, I think, the combo that we've got. We're not just the creative agency that has the man bun or the ponytail and has great ideas, but great ideas in their own mind. They don't actually match logic. Then, of course, you've just got ideas. You don't want just ideas. You want marketing, client attraction ideas that are based on science, which is maths and science. So we've got actually, which is the maths, I should say. So if you put logic and you put creativity together, put those together, which is what we have at the Institute of Wow, then you've got a pretty good chance that you're going to explode your leads. And if they're all warm leads, then you have a pretty good chance of high conversions. Let me show you our first website, and this is for a company. If I could just scroll to the top of it, I've got someone scrolling for me at the moment because I'm going to draw. It's Northeast Texas. There is nothing more on top of that. Yeah, we're bringing that on the screen. That's it. The best roofing contractors in Northeast Texas. Okay, I'm gathering that's their name. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure of the name of the owner who sent this to me. But anyway, so therefore we've got their church roof repairs. Must be a big market. People, I don't know what's happening, what churches would need roof repairs. People must be praying through the roof. I don't know. And then we cover all of North Texas, okay, and then free estimates, rightio. So we'll just scroll down. I've not seen this before. This is live. I have not seen these websites before. They've just been thrown at me. And if I can just scroll down, let me see. Okay, we're not scrolling down on the big screen. I'm just saying that to my crew because nothing's working at the moment.
You need to scroll.
I need to scroll. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, that's me. Okay, now I got you. So therefore, I'm scrolling down. Let me have a look at this. Commercial roofing that gives you peace of mind knowing you cover the 5-year warranty. Residential commercial roofing experts, so they look after homes, they look after building, 5-year, waterproofing. Yeah, well, you'd imagine that would be one of the things they'd guarantee. We're going to replace your roof. We can't guarantee if it rains that the water won't come in. I think that would be a must-have without making a big deal out of it. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to ask you for $1 gazillion, what do you think's wrong here? What do you think is wrong at the very top of this web page? Okay, well, that's wrong for a start because, big buildings like that, I don't think they'd fall into the target audience category. Church roof repairs, well, maybe there's a big market for churches, I'm not sure. But the big one I would have thought is residential. Hail damage, yeah, look, hail damage happens once in a blue moon. How often have you been, had your roof tiles fall off because of hail damage? I don't think it's happened too many times in my lifetime. You know what? If I was to interview these people, if they were to come onto my private coaching program, hint, the first diagnostic question I would be asking them is, who is the most profitable target audience? Now, I don't know because I don't know whether it's commercial or residential. I would imagine the most profitable target audience might be commercial. And the reason I'm taking a stab at that is because, well, they've got money. I don't think they're going to be as price conscious as someone who's got a few cracked tiles on their roof. And it's not waiting for someone's roof to be destroyed through a cyclone. Commercial roofing, you would imagine, is just there all the time. They need to fix it. So therefore, if that were the case, and let's just say it was, okay, I'm working without a net here. Let's put my overhead camera on and I'll show you what I would have done here. Okay, so therefore, let me just put my overhead camera on. Okay, if I can get that on. Here we go. So therefore, unfortunately, we can't put the website next to it. But anyway, we'll have a shot at this. So therefore, Texas Roofing, I'd always make sure, as they've done, I give them credit, they've got the phone number there because if people are revisiting your website, you want to make sure that there's not a real hassle for them to find your phone number down here somewhere. So you always want to make sure you put your phone number up top. And that is the best, whatever it is, tagline there. This very first section here is the most important section. This is the most important section. Okay, so therefore, in this instance here, what we would be doing is that we would be saying if it's commercial, okay, because we think that that's the most profitable, we'd be saying, let me see, okay, voted number one, commercial roofing replacement in Texas. So immediately we're positioning ourselves as the Gordon Ramsay of the industry. And what you would do, of course, is have imagery there of commercial roofing. You'd back that up with some support, credibility text there, and then what you would do is that you'd have a explainer video here, and that explainer video would be highlighting not just the commercial side of things, because obviously I understand that you've got commercial, you've got residential and you've got church as well, but that video there would be something like take just 2 minutes and see why, okay? And you might have one of those little sort of speech bubbles there telling you exactly why you should watch it. And then what you would do is have a Macca's menu board. Now I call this a Macca's menu board, okay? So Macca's menu board, and you would say, we offer wide range of services, and so therefore it'd be residential, it'd be commercial, it'd be churches, and it'd be something else. Okay, so they've sort of done that. If I could just scroll down the page, I'll come back to that page again. Let me see. They've sort of done that, so I'll give credit where it's due. That's good. And the inquiry form, that's fine. I normally don't worry too much about that on my layouts, because that inquiry form on the right there you see in blue can be anywhere on the web page. What I'd probably do here is that don't take our word for it, okay? And what we'd have there is video testimonials, okay? And what we may do is a data capture facility, which is a free report, okay? That free report might be the 3 biggest mistakes that commercial building owners or managers make when choosing someone to fix their roof, and of course that would be it. So look, this is very quick and very rough, but the point is that I believe that is much more direct response than what we're seeing on the screen right now. Okay, we'll go to another one. Let me see. The one I would like to go to, if my crew could help me out, would be the. Let me see. What was it? Give me 1 second, I'll have a look at Rubbish Removal Sydney. Rubbish Removal Sydney, okay? Righto, so let me have a look at this. Look, by the way, if you have a website and you'd like to get one of these free critiques, then please just put your URL in the comments panel below, okay? Now, this one here, let's have a look at this. So we're talking about Sydney's premium rubbish removal company. I would have thought when I looked at this first up that this was a helicopter ride company, okay? Or perhaps a, I don't know, hot air balloon, or might be a touristy business. I don't know what the hell that image of Sydney's Opera House with that beautiful, beautiful harbour and Sydney's skyline in the background has to do with a clean-up rubbish removal company. And I know the gentleman who actually owns this, and I can only just say to him, come back to the fold. You need help. You need help really quickly, because I know that he was part of our program for a little while and then left. But boy, oh boy, do you need help, mate. This is not good. And as we go through here, I've got to play this video. I don't know whether you can hear the volume. I'll just ask my crew. Will anybody be able to hear the volume, Rob? Okay, Rob's going to try, but let me play the video. And I would actually probably get rid of the word removal. I would just leave there the description of the video that says rubbish, okay, because that's what the video is. I saw it the other day. I'm going to watch it again and then basically stick pencils in my eyes. Okay, here we go. Is there any sound there, Rob, or not? Is there any sound? Is that coming through to everyone? Can you hear the sound? Just let me know on the comment box, would you, if you can hear that sound. Not that it matters, it's an awful sound, but just let me know. JD can hear sound. And by the way, I'm going to talk over this because otherwise it will bore you shitless. That is just a whole montage of shit, okay? And that is not going to make me want to, ring up and book the rubbish removal service. There needs to be a strong, strong voice over here. We sweep up, of course. Please tell me, rubbish removal company, and you sweep up? I would imagine you would, okay? We are courteous and considerate. We are timely and efficient. Oh dear. I'm expecting Mother Teresa to pop up any minute. Fully uniformed. Yes, okay. All of that is, stop there please, because I'm probably going to, I'll bring myself back to the screen if you don't mind. I don't know about you, but I'm driving to Bunnings to buy some rope after watching that, because life can't get much worse. That is not good. That is not good, okay? It was just a bunch of rubbish imagery of crap. I understand that. And you might go, well, JD, you're being a bit tough, because that is actually, the imagery that, we put up with when we arrive at it. Yes, but what we want to see is real vision. Do you know why I'm making money out of this Facebook Live? Is I think because we've got unique content. I don't think there's any other marketing agency in the world that's got everything under the one roof that we've got offline, online. We look after franchisors, franchisees, startups, established businesses where their sales are flatline. We look after pretty much everything. And under my circus tent, we've got, Facebook experts, we've got LinkedIn experts, we've got Instagram experts, we have website experts, we have copywriters, we have graphic art studios. You name it, we've got it all under the one roof. So when someone becomes part of our coaching program, they've got access to all of this. I challenge you to find that anywhere else in the world, because you'll find a Facebook expert maybe, but that's all he or she does. You might find a graphic art studio and that's all they do. We've got all of this. We've got a Rolodex list as long as you're 2 arms, and it all comes with my world when you become part of my world. So therefore I think we're pretty unique, and so therefore I think we get people to watch these things because we do have everything under the one roof. It's a one-stop shop. But I also think that we make a few dollars out of this stuff is because I am down to earth. I'm a bit cheeky. And yes, we might make some mistakes from time to time, although I think the Facebook Lives are reasonably well produced compared to a lot of the shaky cams. But it's just real. And that's what you need to make your videos on your homepage. It needs to be real. That was not real. It looked like something out of a horror movie. And what we want to see is your trucks. I'm talking to the owner of this business now, who probably hates me now. Tough love. I'm sorry you were bold enough to, or brave enough to put your hand up, and seriously, it's got to be real. You got to show. You say, "Oh, our guys are in uniform." Well, that's nice. I'm not saying that that's not a good thing. It's a great thing that you've got your rubbish removal guys in uniform, because most of them look like they're terrorists. You know that, and I know that. But let's see it. Just don't have a picture of absolute rubbish and then just say our men are in uniform. No. Let us see them in uniform, getting out with their polo jackets and they're cleaning everything up. We want to see them in action. The thing is that if you're going to impress people that you're uniformed, that you're efficient, that you're clean, your guys are wearing aftershave, and that they clean. I think one of the supers that came across the video was that we sweep up. I'm going to do Macaulay Culkin. Of course you would sweep up. Can you imagine? What's the opposite? Oh, well, we're a clean-up rubbish company, but we won't clean up. We won't sweep. Okay. So whoever's put that video together for you, and I'll try and get this off the screen at the moment because I've got multiple videos up on the screen. I've got to get back to that website. But whoever put that video together for you is seriously on drugs. There's no doubt about that. So let me just see if I'm going to bring back the website so I can even be more critical. And let me ask you this. If you want your website critiqued like this, in other words, you want me to basically criticise the crap out of you, you have to have no feelings, okay? The prerequisite for putting your hand up for this stuff is that you have to have no feelings. Now, let me just see if I can scroll down here a little bit further. God forbid, I'm worried about doing this. By the way, the copy underneath that video is a thesaurus. It's the Bible. No one's going to read that, okay? And white copy against a grey background is an absolute cardinal sin. No. Quick obligation, no quote. Yeah, that's okay. I don't know that I'd probably have it in. I don't know what's that, solar eclipse orange. I don't know that I'd probably do that because. So the thing with this company is that it's a rubbish removal company with a rubbish website. So maybe it was meant to be that way. Maybe I'm missing the point. And so, look, I can't remember. I'll ask one of my crew. Can you remember the name of this guy? He's a lovely guy, lovely young fella. I just can't remember his name. He hates me now, but I can't remember his name. I'm sure he doesn't. I'm sure he's tough. I'm sure he's tough enough to take this, okay? Now, this part here, our service, we are the better alternative to skip bins. How is that, you ask? Well, there should be a question mark there, but anyway. We do all the work so you can relax. With our service, you only pay... Sorry? Lloyd, that's it. G'day, Lloyd. How are you, mate? Welcome to Criticism Central, okay? Look, all of that stuff there, whoever's watching this now, please ask yourself, would that be engaging? The only reason you're still watching this is because I'm a little sarcastic, a little cheeky, but I think there's great content here, if I do say so myself. Excuse me while I just bend around and pat myself on the back. Oh, gosh, I can be a wanker, can't I? But have a look at this. Our service, we're better than the alternative to skip bins. I don't think those little icons are anywhere near as persuasive as if you actually had real photographs. I don't, and that's the sort of stuff, by the way, that should have been in that video. We're better than just getting a skip bin because we do all the work. You can actually just relax. And if it was real photographs, you'd probably see someone having a cup of coffee, sitting on the front porch, watching your team get rid of all their rubbish, okay? It wouldn't be the cliche, they're lying around the pool and getting a massage. I'm not saying to be silly like that. But where it says here, you only, pay for the space you use, that could be a better graphic than that, a hand with a dollar symbol. We can provide instant quotes. Well, yeah, that's good too, but I think there'd be a better graphic for that, and so on and so forth. What I'm saying is that just be careful, because when you get a 20-something to, sort of bearded hipster to put together your website, they're going to go for icons. Why? Because it's the flavour of the month. And they're probably eating organic food. Okay? That's probably, and they've got a man bun, for God's sake. So therefore, stay away from bearded hipsters, all right? That's not a good look. We'll scroll down to residential, commercial and industrial cleanup. So, Lloyd, what you've done here is that you've got a shitload of copy there that no one in their right mind would read that. but you've decided to make it really hard to read by putting that fluoro orange behind the white copy. Look, please, as a rule for all of us on your websites, do not go down this path. Make sure it's easy for people to read your copy. This, at the moment, I'd have to put a pair of sunglasses on, seriously. In fact, it's burning me up. I can feel, gosh, I'm getting sunburnt just by looking at it. Now, here's the big mistake. Let's have a look at this. You see the graphics there along what we're getting towards the bottom of the page, aren't we? Yeah, okay. See all those wonderful testimonials that are coming across there? Nothing wrong with those. Well done, Lloyd. That's great. But can you imagine how much more powerful they would be if they were video? Just imagine if you had 4 or 5 really strong video testimonials. By the way, again, I'm inviting you, if you enjoy copying flack like this from me and you've got a thick skin, then type in your website URL below and then I can critique that for you. Let's see what's wrong with those photos. For $1 gazillion, let me ask you to type that in right now and we'll have, 10 seconds thinking time. What do you think, if you're watching this right now, is wrong with those photos? And we'll go tick, 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 tick. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, this is for $1 gazillion. That's a lot of dollars. It might be Monopoly dollars, but it's still a lot of dollars. I'll tell you what's wrong with those photos. What we've done there is that we've shown the features. Now, if features, in other words, look at our trucks. Look at the truck. Aren't they gorgeous? No, they're not. No, I don't really want to look at your truck. I don't care. You no need to show me that your truck's got your phone number on it. I'm on your freaking website, okay? So there's no need to do that. Your trucks maybe, could possibly get a lead or two when they're out on the road, but certainly you don't need to show. I'm not saying you wouldn't show a photo of your truck, but you certainly show, in this particular instance, I would have one photo of the truck, but guess what? People doing something with it. We've got close-ups of the backs and the side of those trucks. They're just a truck. I'm not going to look at a truck and go, well, they're the guys I want to do my clean-up for me. Look, they've got a truck. Everyone else is coming along in bicycles with just that little grocery basket. They won't be able to fit much rubbish in there. I'm being silly. What you want to do is you want to show imagery that's going to showcase your uniformed cleaners. They're going to have the nice little cap on. They're all going to be freshly shaven. And that'll be a first one for a bloody, anybody in your industry to actually know what a razor looks like. And they, I'm guessing, will have aftershave. Not that you can do that through, your website. But they're neat and tidy. They're good looking. And if you don't have any good-looking guys, then maybe just, get some good-looking guys and put them in the uniform just for your website and put the fuglies actually out in the field when they get there. Imagine, Esme's going to be real happy when she thinks she's got George Clooney coming and then, she looks at it and she's got Jason Alexander. Okay, so therefore what you want, the photos that you want here are photos of your guys doing stuff, actually cleaning up the rubbish. And if you've got any particular tools or wizardry that is unique to you, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the pick-up rubbish tools are. I don't know what they are. I'm not MacGyver. I'm the opposite from MacGyver. But show, photographs, imagery of you guys doing stuff, preferably video, by the way, because that's what's going to sell it. I don't know what the photo is on the left-hand side there. I'm not sure what that is. I think it's just rubbish. It's a pile of rubbish, says Rob. Yeah. It's a pile of, Rob, thanks for that. I wouldn't have got there. I said, that's rubbish. And Rob, who works with me behind the camera, yells, it's a pile of rubbish. Okay, it's a pile of rubbish, yeah. The whole website is a pile of rubbish, actually. So therefore, and that's being nice. So Lloyd, please, mate, I don't know how your conversions are on this website. Oh, gosh, I've got to put my sunnies on. I don't know what the conversions are, but if, I'd get rid of the Sydney Harbour. I'm not going to bother drawing this one because it'll take me forever. This is so broken. Okay, so let me see. Bring me back again. Lloyd, hopefully you're not driving to Bunnings now to buy some rope, okay? My sarcasm is a bit tough in that instance, but let me think, what's the next phrase? You deserve it. You deserve it, okay? So, come back to the fold. We'll fix this for you, okay? You shouldn't have left. Lloyd came on our program for 5 minutes and then, he's a Gen Y, so he got distracted by a butterfly and then left. And I think you left just a little bit too soon, Lloyd. You should come back. What was that movie? Rob, Lassie Come Home. Lassie Come Home. We could do our own. Lloyd, come home. I don't know who you're mixing with at the moment. I think they're drug addicts. Okay, run away from them. Okay, so we'll pick another website. Let me see. What have we got here? We might pick that one. What's this one? This is... who is this, sorry? Yeah, wow. Oh my God, what's this? This is Pure Stone Baths. I've not seen this before, and the reason you're finding that I'm not saying anything is because I'm shocked. I'm not having a stroke, but I think this could cause me to have a stroke. This is not good. Okay, righto. So therefore, it is a bathe, pure stone baths, which I think if it's like when you go to Bali and upmarket resorts in Thailand and Fiji, this is the sort of thing. Yeah, there you go. I've now found what the hell it is. It took me to scroll. You're tired of lightweight acrylic baths that stain, scratch and lack luxury? Add personality, value your sanctuary rooms, and then we put enough copy in there to bore you to death, and then maybe a couple of black and white photos because the graphic artist has said, look, let's just be modern, let's be contemporary, and let's just have sepia tone pictures in there, even though colour would have been so much more sensible. But I am an artist. Okay, so we scroll down here. Let's go black and white again. Everything's sepia. And so, yes, please register for our complimentary guide to discover more about your stone bathroom. I bet you not too many people are filling that form in. Register for your free. So therefore, we've kicked off. Oh dear. So we've kicked off with that register for your free information pack. And then, so we bored them shitless up front. And then we've given them a little bit of information, a little bit. We've given them a Bible. And then down the bottom, Macca's menu board, I'll go along with that, if only it was more attractive. I would have probably made sure those panels were uniform. One's up, one's down, one's small, one's large. And then we asked them to register for that complimentary guide. Okay. Now, let me just ask you this. Before I do a sketch, because I will sketch this one up. Okay, I'm going to bring myself back to the screen. I hope you're watching, and what I want you to do is clench your fists like that and give yourself an almighty uppercut, because whoever you have paid money to put that website together, you've got to scream at them, give me my money back. I want my money back. This marketing guru said bad things about my website. It's awful. It's awful. You've got an incredibly attractive product. It's a stone bath. And the moment, when I brought up the whole subject matter, because I had no clue what the hell it was when I just looked at, I'll bring the website top panel back again just to show you. When I looked at that, I got no idea. If I didn't read the copy, you've given me a taxation form to fill in before you even give me anything. I have no idea what you do. So therefore, when I eventually worked out, which I would have left your website, your bounce rate must be huge, I immediately, in my mind, thought Thailand, Bali, the upmarket resorts in Fiji, they have these stone baths when you stay in some of those things. Because stone bath to me talks luxury and probably talks, people with a certain level of class and a certain level of expectation. And so therefore, you've got some work to do. Let me just show you how that can be fixed in a heartbeat. And the reason I'm saying this is because, remember, I know everything. And also one of my greatest assets is my humility. Okay, let's go. So therefore, we'll do this and knock it over in about 3 minutes because, boy, I'm feeling not very well after looking at this website. Okay, so therefore, we've got the phone number as usual. We've got your little social media icons there. We've got whatever the tagline is. And what we'd be having in that first panel, those who've hung around me for a while would know that the first panel is the most important one. So what I would be doing, I'd be having the stone bath, but I'd be having, I don't know, the Paris Hilton or someone, probably not Paris Hilton, one of the royals in that bath. And I would probably be doing this. I'd be probably having different baths along the bottom here. This is the opening panel, right? The panel that they see. And up the top here would be, if I can just have a read of the copy, you say, want to avoid cheap invitations. So obviously you must, charge $1 or $2. Want to avoid cheap invitations. Give me a second. Okay. Before deciding about sort of retail, most of the acrylic bathtubs you find lightweight. This is why more and more developers are using pure stone baths in the bath of Australia. Look, I haven't got time to bore everyone shitless by going through all of your copy, but what I will say here is that what we probably should do. Okay, well that's great. Look, Rob has just helped me. Rob, you deserve more money. Rob works for me, and if you think Rob deserves more money when he's come up with that idea, could you just put in there, JD, pay Rob more money? Because that is very good, Rob. Thank you very much. And Rob actually is an illegal immigrant from Colombia. I was just about to tell the government that he was here, but I'll back off on that. I'll wait for a week or two and to see if you completely screw something else up. Okay, so therefore you can see what I'm redrawing. So therefore what I'd be putting here is the most exotic stone blah, blah, blah baths available in Australia. Okay, voted number one. You see I've gone back to that because, let's face it, I reckon I'm the best marketing guy in the country. Would you be watching this if I said I was the 25th best? No, you wouldn't. You'd be looking for the other 24. So therefore, if you're good at what you do, and I think I am, don't be frightened to boast. There's nothing wrong with Gordon Ramsay boasting because he's got unique skills. But for any other chef to boast that they're the best in the world, well, they'd have to work hard at it. I think I've got a lot of credibility behind me. If you want to go to theinstituteofwow.com, you can have a look at it. And if you think I'm a show off and you get upset by this, you know what? I don't care. Okay, so voted number one, Stone Bath Company in the Southern Hemisphere, whatever it might be. And then you would have a couple of credibility lines there telling you why this is good. And the reason we're putting someone in the bath, by the way, is because we want to show the benefits. Okay, this person here, and you see her bathroom behind her, so it looks pretty schmick, I should say. But we want to show the benefits. You know, features sold, then Jenny Craig Weight Loss Centre would be showing in all of their websites, in all of their Facebook ads, everything, a bowl of freaking rice. Okay, so nobody buys features, they buy the benefits. What Jenny Craig does is shows the lady who might be a little overweight and not feeling good and healthy, and 8 weeks later she looks like a supermodel. They buy the benefits. They don't buy the actual, features, because if they did, then Jenny Craig would show a bowl of rice. Now what you would do on the second panel here is you would actually have a benefit headline. Okay, I haven't got time to go through what that benefit headline would be, but again, it would be something out of the copy. So the copy that I'm just scrolling here, let me just read. It says something like acrylic baths may be the bath of choice for many homeowners. However, many people and businesses are making the change to stone baths because of these good reasons. Okay, they talk about the acrylic bathtubs. They're lightweight, they stain easy, they scratch plate. So that's great. It's basically the shit to gold story. It's the Coke Pepsi comparison. And then they go on to say this is why more people are getting stone rather than acrylic. But that's just in that copy. That copy, which I know if you're watching this on your phone, you can probably hardly read it, but the copy to the left of those two photos. So what we would be doing is that we would be saying acrylic has been proven to be, 50% more maintenance than stone baths. And then you'd have a couple of lines underneath it. And to get our point across, watch this video. And then after doing that, you would probably say, and that it really, really highlights the elephant in the room, that acrylic baths are nowhere near as stone, and it ends up scratching, and you end up having more maintenance, and blah, 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 blah. And then what you do here is probably have Macca's menu board. Okay, so this is the Macca's menu board. And you notice there's a system here I'm teaching you. It's the same thing, no matter what the website, no matter what the product or service is. And here would be, we have a range of products, and then that would be Macca's menu board, okay, and these would be there, okay. And notice how I'm saying okay all the time. God, that annoys me. My friend the other day that told me I said okay all the time, it just bugs me. It's destroyed my life. So therefore, that's the Macca's menu board. When they click one of these, they go through to a sub-page that talks all about that particular one. Okay, and I'm assuming, by the way, I'm not going to be spending a lot more time on this, but I'm assuming there's a good range, because if you look at that there's the compact range, the standard range, the grand range, and the basin. Okay, so therefore, okay, please, could you do me a favour so I'm not the only one that says okay? Could you type below, JD, okay? And then what I'd be doing, where that free report is, where they've bored everyone shitless with the way it looks, register for your free information pack. I'm going to bring the camera back to me, I have to. Nobody is interested in a free information pack. I did a seminar on the weekend. Would you people please listen? I'm going to be putting a home. I can't go through this anymore. Not an information pack. Can you imagine? And this guy got up on stage with me the other day, and I bagged the crap out of his website, and he should have joined up to my program, and like insane didn't. I mean, I just changed his business on the spot. But I think he's run off and, I can do this myself now. Good luck, Charlie. I'd like to see you doing it yourself. It was just crazy what he had done on his website. But anyway, and don't you make the same mistake. Make sure you click the link above, for God's sake. I'm here to, if I was an American, I'd be saying to you that if you click the link above, this could be life-changing. This will be a life-changing moment for you. Hallelujah. But I'm not American, and it probably won't be life-changing, but it will probably get you a shitload more leads. Oh, back to information. Do not use the word information. He said to me, he was a franchisor chasing down franchisees for a TV antenna business. And he said to me, we have information nights at RSLs in Ballarat and Shepparton and Bendigo and places like that. And I went, you have one? He said information nights to sell his franchises, that you could become, an electrician that could jump on the roof and put aerials up. An exciting career. And I said, how many people do you get to information nights? He goes, normally 6 or 7 or 8. It's normally 6 or 7 and 8. That's because you've called it an information night. I had a tile rescue company on board some years ago, and basically they were doing the same thing. They said, "Oh, JD, we have information nights, and we don't get many people there." I said, "Show me the ads that you put out on Facebook and other things that said, come to the tile rescue information night if you don't like your job at the moment, because we'll show you how you can buy a franchise where you can clean tiles for a living." Macaulay Culkin. Can you imagine looking at that on Facebook going, "Oh, sweetheart, look at that. We've got to go to the Dubbo RSL on like Tuesday night. We're going to learn how to clean tiles for the rest of our lives." So anyway, the guy's name was Bill Hyde. He's a great mate now. So everyone who I criticised the shit out of ended up becoming a good friend. And by the way, they give us good back. And I said to Bill, "Oh, mate, get out of the way. Please, just please get out of the freaking way." So therefore, we put the Facebook campaigns together, packed his rooms, because we call it the Sack Your Boss Night. Who wants to be a franchisee? Most people who hate their boss. They just want to get out of making money for other people and buy a McDonald's or buy a Brumbies or Baker's Delight or freaking Michelle's Patisserie and be their own boss. Mind you, a lot of them buy the wrong franchise, and because the franchisors don't market properly. But anyway, so I said to him, we'll just call it the Sack Your Boss evening. And we'll call it, would you like to, first of all, the Facebook ad said, "Do you hate your boss?" Well, there's 90% of the population. We zeroed in on men because men pretty much would be probably more likely the franchisees for this particular tile cleaning business. And we said, "Do you hate your boss? Well, come to our sackyourboss.com evening and you'll learn how to earn up to $250,000 a year, work only 4 days a week at your own pace, be your own boss and play golf on Fridays." We never mentioned what the business was. If we'd mentioned that you were going to learn how to clean tiles, yes, we would have got half a dozen people there. Guess what? Jammed. They had to get a bigger room. Jammed. Because we knew direct response marketing. You see, it's all about the benefits, the $250,000, working just 4 days a week, being your own boss and playing golf on Friday. That's what it is. It's not about the tiles. So we jammed the place in his franchise, his selling of the franchisees, I should say, went like that, because he just duplicated that from town to town to town. He only needed one franchisee in every town. So please, I don't know the name of the owner of the stone bath business, who's probably stoning himself right now, by the way. One of my people? It's Emma. Oh, okay, so it's not a man. I've been bagging out a man now. Emma. It's not Emma Jones, is it? Yeah. Emma Jones, because Emma Jones, I noticed you've been following me for quite a while, Emma. Just join. Let me fix this for you, okay? Because I've seen your name there quite a bit. Emma Jones. Emma, you hate me now. You thought I was a nice guy. Well, you probably never thought I was a nice guy. You probably thought I was tolerable, but now I'm not. Seriously, I've noticed you've been following all of our stuff, and thank you very much. You've been pressing the like button and this, that, and the other. Comment if you're just about to go and neck yourself now, and we'll send a priest or someone around to see you. Maybe the rescue squad. But yeah, look, Emma, do not have an information pack. Do not have an information night. You know, have something that's more exciting than that. So I'll bring back to my layout and show you how that could be done if I can get this $1 million overhead camera working. Okay, so what you do here is that you would have a free report. Okay, and that free report would be, let me see, and it would be free report, and it would be the 3 biggest mistakes that people make when buying a bath for their home, okay? And then, of course, they'd click there, and then you've got their details so that you can annoy them until they buy or die. And then underneath here, you would have video testimonials. I'm not drawing this, of course, to scale, so therefore you have to forgive me, but they're video testimonials, and you don't have that on your website. I'm exhausted. And I'm hungry. Do you know, I want you to know this. This is how much love I have for people who watch my rantings on Facebook Live. Do you know I haven't had breakfast today? Like, what is it now? It's 5 to 1, is it? Queensland time? So it's 5 to 2 if you're in Sydney or Melbourne. And I have not had a cup of tea. I've not had breakfast. And I want you to basically like me for that. So therefore, keep in mind, if I get enough likes down below and enough shares and enough really complimentary comments like, "JD, that was the best. JD, you're the best." Try and put words like best. Then Facebook will think that I'm very engaging, and so therefore they will just put me out to the world, and I make more money. I buy an island, and I never have to do this again. That's really my aim. So, or I buy a cruise ship, not the big Oriana cruise ship, but just one that at least I can have some staff on. I've got some messages here. Let me see. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. My crew has given me a note. This is like a telethon, isn't it? If I do 10 push-ups, they will donate $50 to the Save JD Foundation. No, it's not. It says here to say thank you to Andrew Cleary, the Riff guy, and to Lloyd, the Rubbish guy. And I'm saying thank you for their good support? Yes. Okay. Andrew and Lloyd.
You've already told Emma.
Yeah. Andrew and Lloyd, thank you for being a good sport. Okay. You notice that was a special effect, the way that that did. It floated like aeroplanes, yeah, like at school. And Emma, thank you very much. Normally I don't pick on ladies so much. I don't know, it must be my age. I'm a bit old-fashioned in that regard. I still open the door for ladies and things like that. So therefore, I'm sorry. I thought I thought a man owned that stone bath thing. It was a lady. But Emma, I think you might have thick skin, because if you are going to put your website URL below, and I can invite anyone who's watching this to still do that right now, because I will bag the crap. I will give you a critique of your website free of charge. Why am I doing this? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think about why would JD, this marketing genius, who's very humble, never goes on about himself, why would he do this? I'll tell you why I'm doing it. It's because it's all about capturing leads. The thing is that if you put your website URL, don't worry, we're not going to bug the daylights out of you, but if you put that below and I'm able to tell you like that fast, what's wrong with your website, how much is that worth to you? Is that worth, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000? I mean, the thing is that we've changed some websites for some businesses as quickly as me drawing that, and it's made $1 million difference to their turnover. And I won't go on about them right now because I don't want to embarrass those people, and maybe they don't want me to even bring their websites up, but we're talking about just a quick sketch like that has made $1 million difference to turnovers of businesses, because your director of first impressions is no longer Susie behind the front desk. It is your website. You've got to get that right. If you completely screw up everything else in your marketing, make sure you don't screw this up. Really, really important. Now, the thing is, if you really want to fix your website and you really want to fix your marketing because it's crap, then you need this. Typical infomercial style here. Now I'm going to bring out Exhibit A, okay? And it is the WOW Manifesto Client Attraction System. And if you want to learn about that and how this can make a substantial difference to your business, because it's a pretty comprehensive system. It's a join the dots system. And let me just click the link above. That's the short of it. Click the link above and you'll be able to watch. Oh, it's on the screen, is it? Goodness me, Rob, thank you very much. Rob, I've got to say, I will be delaying further telling the government that you're here illegally from Colombia, okay? And Rob's family, drug smugglers, gangsters, basically the Colombian mafia. So Rob, hopefully you will not tell them about my criticism of you. But Rob has over here just put the link there. So you'll see it's wowmanifesto.com. And if you go through to that, you can watch a 14-minute video. Yes, I'm ranting a little bit like this. Do I criticise people? Is the Pope a Catholic? Yes. But you'll find a system of putting together your marketing plan. And let me tell you just a couple of the components, or a few of the components in that system. Number one, identify your most profitable customer and then look for more people who look like him. Dough. Number two, create a wow factor to take their eyes off the price, which is like McDonald's Happy Meal. We've got 6 kids, they're adults now, but at one stage we had 6 kids under 12, and we spent on McDonald's Happy Meals $6.4 billion in 1 year, and it was because of the free toy. It was the artificial wow factor, the free toy. The kids threw the hamburgers out. So create a wow factor, just like Kellogg's do with the toy at the bottom of their cereal boxes. Create a wow factor and take their eyes off the price. You do not want to be selling on price, particularly if you're a small to medium-sized business. Let Big W and Kmart do that. They were built for it. But most of us are not built for dropping our pants all the time. You don't want to drop your prices. You want to make sure you retain your margin. Another one in the way to put a marketing plan together, which is in this, by the way. You know what? I got sick of picking this damn book up because it's just hurting me. Okay, you know what I've done? This is what I've done. This is ridiculous, by the way. I created a baby version. Let me see. That's Daddy, and that's little boy version, okay? Exactly the same stuff in there. And I could actually do a sliding doors thing here, okay? How immature is that? Boo. Okay, so therefore, you know why it's turned into being ridiculous? Because I'm hungry. I have had no breakfast. But anyway, in this here, someone was telling me they had marked a page here. Yes, indeed. Look at this here. This here is a page that talks all about fixing your website. Not a page, a chapter, fixing your website. And I go through lots and lots of websites, bag the crap out of them, and then show you how websites should be designed. I'm just putting that as close as possible to the screen, but there's lots of, what's the description? Hang on, I'll just see on here, lots of good shit in here, okay? So there's lots of good shit in there. You are crazy if you don't watch that 14-minute video, because when you watch the 14-minute video, we are just about giving this thing away. If that's not a tease for you to go to wowmanifesto.com, I don't know what is. We're virtually giving this damn thing. Notice I said virtually. I'm not stupid enough to give it away, but we're virtually giving that away. So if you want a join the dots, how to put together a marketing plan, watch the 14-minute video at wowmanifesto.com. One of the other things, in all seriousness before I go, one of the other things in there is how to get free publicity. And it's easy. It's really easy to get free publicity if you know how to structure your media release. So it's all about the media release. And I've had a couple of our clients just follow the template that they got out of the system, send it out to news media, and one in particular recently had the Gold Coast Bulletin newspaper pick up on the story, and then guess what? It went throughout all the newspapers around Australia because it was news limited, and then the Sunrise program, Koshi, rang them up and got them on a 3 or 4 minute interview on the Sunrise program, sold out of stock. Her name is Wendy. She's a fantastic client of ours, and she's a real get-up-and-goer, and she sent me a text. If I had it available, if I had proper staff in this business instead of all of these, well, immigrants from Colombia whose families are like a drug cartel, then I would be able to flash it up on the screen, but I can't. You're going back to Colombia, Rob. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but this is not good enough, okay? I'm like that. I'm like a millennial in that my mood changes quickly. So does my attention span. There's every likelihood in the moment I'm going to be talking about a soccer game, okay? But the fact of the matter is that this particular lady, Wendy, said that she is just so grateful because the template that I gave her that she sent out and then got picked up by Sunrise and all the News Limited papers, basically she had no idea, but she was going to sell out because she brought a container of this stuff in from China, by the way, Gonski, all gone. And then I had someone else in the organic food business or vegetarian food business earlier that did the same thing, and again their business went, what was it, Steve, I forget his name now, but he went from 120 home delivery vegan meal clients, because he delivered vegan meal clients, Matt, had 120. I gave him the press release format to send out. He went to 400. He got on the Channel 7 News, by the way. Went from 120 to 440 clients in 24 hours. Can you imagine that? Because his wife and himself were making all the vegetarian stuff themselves. So basically, that destroyed their lives for about a month until they got staff on. And I said, that's what I'm good at. I'm here to basically destroy life. I'm here to change lives. Hallelujah. Okay, I'm hungry. I'm getting out of here. Again, if you would like to get your website critiqued, type in below. Please like me. Give me lots and lots of likes. I want to break the record on likes. I think the most amount of likes that I've had in the past to any one of these things has been, let me think, 4. Facebook ad. Oh, that's right. Yeah, one of my crew, who I probably will continue to pay, just said Facebook ads. If you wanted to actually give us your Facebook ad as well, I'll critique that for you. Why am I doing this? Because if I show off and show you how simple it is to fix your business marketing-wise, particularly the online shit that you're pumping out there like Facebook and website pages, then there's a good chance you actually will want to be part of my world. If you're part of my world, I make money because I help you make money, okay? So one more message that I'm getting from one of my crew, because they're writing on the floor and they're holding this up. Give me a second, and that is, see you next week. Oh, God, they must think I'm a complete dickhead. Just held up a sign to tell everyone, see you next week. I don't know that I will, because if you give me enough likes, enough shares and enough emojis below, and Facebook actually sees that I'm engaging and sends this out to more people, then there's every chance in the world that I'll make enough money this week I can buy an island and never talk to you again. That would be lovely. No, all jokes aside, see you next week. It's Queensland, 12 noon time. Okay, so if you're watching overseas, obviously, who knows, but it's 12 noon Queensland time is another JD Rant. Have we given a name to this show? I don't think we've given a name to it. Maybe JD Rant would be, or the Angry JD Show. Yeah. I call myself not so much a consultant, but rather an insultant. I'm the insultant consultant. But look, all jokes aside, don't take it seriously, and nobody does. It's just a bit of fun. And I find that if you make these things, Facebook Lives and webinars, entertaining rather than just training, but entertaining, you get a lot more traction, a lot more benefit out of it, because you're being able to suck this stuff in. It's not hopefully boring. Like, how many webinars have you been to? Death by freaking PowerPoint. I just hate it, you know. I've said enough. I'm hungry. Okay, guys, again, click that link above. Wow Manifesto, it's just somewhere there. It was there. It's disappeared now. Oh, terrific. Rob, did that just disappear? Did that URL? It disappeared. You just put that back on again. That's it. Where's my mobile? I'm ringing the immigration department. Rob, you're out of here. Okay, guys, all the best. See you next. Well, by the way, there'll be lots of Facebook Lives throughout the week because I'm making money out of them. And again, if you're not doing Facebook Live, click that link above and get the WOW Manifesto program, and I'll show you how to do Facebook Lives and how to make a shitload of money because it's working for us, I'm telling you. All the best, guys. See you at any time you want to come on the Institute of WOW page. You can watch any of my rants, but on a weekly basis, we have this lunchtime show at 12 noon Queensland time next Wednesday. See you then. Oh, by the way, one more thing. May the WOW be with you. If that's not corny enough to make you want to throw up your lunch, I don't know what is. One other thing, if you wanted to actually talk to me about taking over your marketing and fixing the crap that you're pumping out there in the marketplace, just go to bookawowcall.com, okay? Book a wow call, W-O-W, bookawowcall.com, and just book in a time. It's got my diary in there, my calendar and all that. And if you don't get me, you'll get one of my people. We have 950 of them, of course. We're a massive conglomerate. But if you'd be interested in getting private coaching, where we put your marketing plan together and do all that shit for you, then just go to bookawowcall.com and book a time, and either myself or one of my coaches will give you a call and we'll tell you what it's all about. Over and out.